Hello, Goshen Lane 4th and 5th graders. This is Mr. Shrake. Today is Tuesday, March 31st. This is the second video that I am making for you guys this week. I first want to say that you guys did a great job yesterday watching the first video, leaving comments, really working your best and watching that video. I really appreciate it, and I think this is a great way for you actually to get to see me and for me to have a chance to teach you with my voice and with our video here today. Today I will be reading a story, and there is going to be a little activity that goes with the story today. You guys did a great job using the Kahoot that we did in class before, going over story elements. So we do have a lot of story elements in stories, and we're going to review those really quick as we sit here, and then we're going to jump right into our short story, and there'll be an activity in our Google Classroom that you'll fill out after you listen to me read the story today. So story elements, we have the title, which is what we call the book. We have the author, who actually writes the story, either typing it or writing it, and when you guys write your own stories, you guys are the authors. We have the illustrator. The illustrator is the person in the story who draws the pictures. Next, we have setting. Setting is where the story is taking places. There can be more than one setting in a story as well. A setting could be a lunchroom, or the setting could be a classroom. But you always have to make sure, there could be lots of different settings in a story. Next is characters. That's anyone, anything, any moving, living, acting thing in a story. Those are characters. Plot is everything that happens in the story from the beginning to the end. We call that the plot. The theme. The theme is a new one that we've been talking about in class. A theme is a lesson that can be learned in a story. And then today, our story, it is a little bigger. It won't take too long though, but it does have a glossary. And a glossary goes over new words that you might not know in a story. So today our story does have a glossary, and that's what we're going to start with actually today, the glossary. So, we're going to be reading the story Max and Zoe, the lunchroom fight. And this is a story that some of you actually got to take home. Not all of you got to take this one home, but some of you did take this home, and I wanted to use this today to not only review with the people who already read it at home, or I wanted to give you guys the chance to all read the story because it is a very good story, and we've never read this throughout this year. So we're going to start with the glossary. And the glossary can always be found at the end of a story. And you're probably saying, Mr. Shrake, why would we start at the end of the story to see the glossary? So they put the glossary at the end of the story just for people to refer to, because all these words are going to be used during our story that we're going to read. So the glossary is right here, and this is what I'm going to be reading right now. So glossary. There's a few words that you might not know. Allergic. So if some of you have allergies or heard of allergies, allergic means to have something unpleasant, to have an unpleasant reaction to something, such as food or dust or even animals. I've told all you guys before that Mr. Shrake is very allergic to farm animals, so he has to take an allergy pill or something like that if he ever wants to be around horses or different things like that. So allergic, having an unpleasant reaction. Argue. Argue means to disagree with someone forcefully. Cafeteria. So we like to call it a lunchroom at our school, but you could also call a lunchroom a cafeteria, the place where students eat in a school. Promise. A promise is to give your word that you will do something. Recess. A break from work. So just a break, recess. You guys all know what recess is. You guys have all had recess in school since you guys have been in kindergarten. And separate. Separate means to set apart from others, to move away from others. Separate. And those are the words in our glossary today. All right, we're going to jump right into the story now. This is a short story, but it is a short chapter story. We have 3 small chapters that we're going to go through in Max and Zoe in the lunchroom fight. And something very important, talking about story elements, this story is by Shelby Swanson Stater. And it's illustrated, so the pictures are drawn, by Mary Sullivan. And we can find our title right here. We can find our author, and we can find our illustrator. So I'm gonna let you guys zoom in on those. And it's called Max and Zoe in the Lunchroom Fight. So let's get started. Chapter 1, A Peanut Promise. Just before the bell rang, Max and Zoe whispered to Anna. Max knew Zoe was up to something. Anna was allergic to peanuts. She always sat at the lunchroom peanut safe table. Each day, Anna could pick one friend to eat with at lunch. And every day, she had a hard time picking just one friend. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Hey, Anna, Max said. Remember, pick me today. Anna looked at Max. Then she looked at Zoe. It's my turn today, Anna, he said. You gave me your peanut promise. Anna took a deep breath. I did promise, she said. Yes, my lucky day. When Max turned around, Zoe whispered to Anna again. Then she smiled. Zoe felt a little bad, but Max, he'd get over it. She was sure Anna would much rather sit next to her anyway. Chapter 2, The Big Fight. At lunchtime, Max, Anna, and two other kids sat at the peanut safe table together. This is so cool, Max said when he opened his lunchbox. The peanut safe table was in the back corner of the cafeteria. It was just at the edge of the other tables. A sign hung above it on the wall. It said, "This is a peanut-free table." Max was just starting to eat when Zoe sat down. Max? Zoe said. Please leave. Anna picked me today. No, Max said. She picked me. Zoe looked at Anna and asked, You did? Anna said, well... See, Max, said Zoe, go away right now. No, Max argued and frowned. You go away. I am already sitting here with Anna, and she picked me. A teacher hurried over. Not again, Anna, she said. Just one friend, remember? Anna looked sad. I know, said Anna, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Max and Zoe stared at each other and started to argue louder. It's my turn, Max said. No, it's mine, yelled Zoe. So what's going on right now is Anna, she couldn't pick who she wanted to sit with at the lunch table, at the peanut-free lunch table. She told two friends that it was their turn, and now they're arguing. Enough, said the teacher. You will both have to move. Sorry, Anna. Sorry, Anna, said Max. Me too, said Zoe. This stinks, said Zoe. No kidding, said Max. I bet it stinks even worse for Anna, said Max. She can't even share snacks or eat peanut butter. She can't even touch a peanut. If she does, she gets very sick and allergic, said Zoe. And now she doesn't even have a friend to eat with. I have a friend to eat with, said Max. He looked at Anna. She looked very sad. And we're moving to chapter 3 now. Chapter 3. The Peanut Project. Max and Zoe sat quietly. They didn't feel hungry. They felt very sad. Hey, I know how to help Anna, Max said. He told his idea to Zoe. Good idea, Max, she said. And I'm so sorry I started all this mess. It's okay, Zoe, said Max. Friends fight sometimes. Now let's get to work. Instead of going out for recess that day, Max and Zoe asked to stay in. They had a special project to work on. They cut a giant peanut out of paper. They colored it and they taped it on their classroom wall. Look, Anna, said Max. Now kids who want to eat with you can take turns and sign up. Yeah, said Zoe. No more fights. Cool, said Anna. It's great, you guys. I'm not kidding. Max and Zoe laughed. What a funny joke. Oh, and here's the nut sign up list. This is what they stayed in from recess doing that day. We're so sorry you had to eat alone today, Max said. It's okay, said Anna. The sign up sheet is an awesome idea. By the end of the day, the entire sheet was filled with names. And the next day, everyone had a happy lunch. And our book today even has about the authors and about the illustrator. So about the author, Shelley is an award-winning author of many children's books. She has worked as a children's book editor and in a children's bookstore. Today, besides writing, Shelley works with elementary school age kids like you guys in various settings. She lives in Minnesota with her husband and 2 sons. And in this book, we're back to the glossary at the end of the story. And that is Max and Zoe in the lunchroom fight. So like I said earlier, a lot of you guys had different books to take home. Not all of you got to take the same books home, but I know a few of you guys did get to take this book home here today. But I wanted to take time to read it for the people who did take it home and who didn't get to take it home. And next to this video in Google Classroom is going to be a little assignment where you're identifying the characters. There were 3 main characters in the story. You're going to identify the settings. There was pretty much 2 settings that were really happening in this story. You're also going to go over the plot, and you're going to use one of the new glossary words that we looked at the beginning of the story to help us read the story. This is our video for today, for March 31st. Tomorrow, I will also be uploading a video. I want to first say thank you guys for taking the time for our video. Our videos will be always from about 10 to 15 minutes. Today our videos are about to be 13 minutes. Thank you guys for sitting, listening, and learning your best through our videos here. I hope you guys continue the great work. I've been leaving lots of comments on your guys' work. Keep doing a great job. Have a great day, and I do miss all of you guys. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk soon. See you guys.